What's going on, recliners? Welcome back, or welcome to the channel. Today I'll be checking out another episode of The Sopranos, Season 6, Episode 3. Tony is still in a coma. Wasn't looking too good, but again, I'm not worried. If anything, I'm a little worried for Uncle June right now. The way AJ was, I'm gonna get that, mummy, is what he called him. But aside from that, it was really just like another Tony dream sequence or coma sequence episode. So nothing really of note happened. Now, don't know what to expect from this one. I'm sure we'll get some more Tony coma sequences, mostly because Buscemi Tony is the thumbnail for this episode. Yeah, and he's not with us anymore, so definitely going to be like a in memory type situation. But I'm excited to get back into this one, so we're going to go ahead and check it out. Before we do, as always, if you guys enjoyed today's video, I'd appreciate it if you could leave it a like. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel as well. So yeah, let's check out Season 6, Episode 3 of The Sopranos. Oh, he got himself a newer caddy now. Never been a fan of Cadillacs.
Hospital, helping Carmela.
The devotion that kid shows. My ma? Who the f take care of her if something happens?
I still can't believe she's alive.
Manager's unit down a flight.
Someone owe some money?
Open it.
Well, they're definitely about to make some money.
My balls! Oh. Shit for lousy 2 G's?
Ho ho ho. Damn.
You were at South Mountain Arena yesterday, trying to buy a gun from that asshole in the snack shop?
Who told you that? You know how you feel, but you can't.
Yeah,
Can't
definitely a little worried.
Your dad does not want you to get involved. Your girlfriend more.
Hey, did you bring me my sweater?
Your sweater?
And Jesus!
All right, take it easy. What is your
Damn,
problem?
dude.
I think you didn't put them up to it.
Put who up to what?
Yeah, pretty sure she wouldn't get involved with that side of things.
Until his fever dissipates and his white cell count comes down, we're a long way from home.
Monastery?
Oh, the monks are suing him? Well, not for nothing. He's not, was it Finnerty? He doesn't need to show up. He wasn't summoned.
Do I really look that much like this guy?
To a certain extent, all Caucasians look alike.
I'm not.
I came here because I thought you could help me reach Finnerty.
We'll need to find someone who will take responsibility.
Well, I can't do that.
Then the lawsuit proceeds.
I know it's in his head, but those are some stubborn monks.
Oh, Dr. Melfi, hi, how are you? How are you is more the point. If you or anyone needs anything to talk or to run interference with the doctors,
Coffee? Yeah, thanks. A couple of guys left 3 on the floor and some Colombian laundry.
Well, they didn't share the news with the family?
And listen, don't forget. Oh, honey, your asthma kicking up? But how many guys could step into Tony's shoes and do the job you're doing?
Back when Jackie was at the end, they floated the idea of me stepping up to the big seat. Now I'm more behind the scenes. Advice.
Hopefully he doesn't get a little too accustomed to the position. Cause some issues when Tony comes back. Oh, he's still hurting from that? Granted, getting kicked there is definitely no picnic, but...
You forget something? Like my cut? You believe this guy?
That was Junior's neighborhood, so now it's mine.
Oh, keep your voice down here. For the time being, it's Bobby's. But he's still gonna kick up to you.
Another one? I was diagnosed, actually, with Alzheimer's.
Certain jobs, man, just like people like feel comfortable sharing their life story with you. Was that like lighthouse the light he needs to head towards to get out of the coma?
Sil? What? You heard about this Orange Street takedown? I was just saying, I'm gonna get T's piece of my half to Sil here for her. Of the thing. Back up there, Bluto. Your half?
Oh, God.
Sil, you wanna weigh in here?
Guy just wants a moment of peace.
That's $100 grand a piece. You got it? We're looking after Carmela.
Blow 20 residuals at the track. As writers.
Forgot about this guy.
But the habit, the disease. Ah, my past as an addict.
I guess he still owes Christopher money.
Wasn't me who told you to start gambling again. I can't write a feature now.
Saw thing, 400 grand to make, took in 100 mil worldwide.
Yeah, that was a revolutionary movie.
My idea is Saw meets Godfather 2. I have a meeting tomorrow. We'll hear what you fleshed out before we go to script. An entire room full of writers, and you did nothing!
Man, you're a big boy. You gotta handle your own issues.
I wanted to let you know there's a major package coming your way from Paulie and Vito.
You want to come in? Say hello?
I don't know why Sil rules so half-assed on you. It's not my style. My kid brother Billy took care of Patty and the grandkids.
I forget what we're talking about. You too. And what if Tony takes a turn for the worse? I'm gonna hand her $100,000, and he dies the next day?
Let me tell you.
Oh, come on, not Sil again.
Carmela.
He's a vegetable.
Like, not for nothing. That's how the family works. You guys all take care of each other, especially in times like this.
You got a problem taking orders from me?
Keep your shirt on. It's done.
Don't get in bed with him again. You dislodged his drains.
Does, like, no one in this hospital have bedside manner?
I got involved in a lawsuit.
A lawsuit?
Could create problems later.
What kind of lawsuit? Are you telling me everything?
I heard tidbits of what Chrissy's got in mind, the genre and so forth. Include my prospective partners and get your inputs. Or notes, as we call them.
We've been working on a new kind of slasher film. It takes place in the world of, you know. He's kind of outshining his boss, so the guy has him clipped, but he's still alive.
Couple of kids naked in the lake. Certified maniac on the loose. Not a ghost.
Actually, the maniac is almost always a supernatural force.
But he's a ghost? I don't know.
Ghostbusters, another money machine.
Marvin Gaye. As 20-year-old Anthony Soprano Jr. himself told our Amy Keene, growing up soprano, it's just plain weird.
Oh, she can't possibly be mad at him for that.
They totally misquoted me.
Holy shit.
Well, of course they did. That's what they do.
The hell's wrong with you?
What's wrong with me? What's wrong with me?
Mom.
Like they say, with great power comes great responsibility.
Can you keep it short? He's pretty beat.
Mornings are better. I'll come up with a solution.
I immediately removed all the firearms from the house after the goings-on at Tony's uncle's. Anyway, last night,
Not a fan of that.
there were certain things we could tell them about Tony's life. Lies. We'll just call them what they were. But now, on my second date, he brought me and my mother each a dozen roses and my father a $200 power drill. Whether consciously or not, I knew that behind that power drill there was probably some guy with a broken arm. Because there are far bigger crooks than my husband.
Yeah. I mean, hell, their hospital bill after all of this is going to be ridiculous.
Putting aside the moral and legal issues, clarity can't be a bad thing.
Oh, he's not doing good.
Sil, I didn't hear from you.
No shit.
Let's face it, somebody's gonna have to step into the breach.
Freaking piranhas, man.
I know expecting something, and I can't get into specifics. Tony wouldn't want me to. Suspicions get raised if we were to move it to you at this moment.
Oh, Maron, he looks terrible.
Uncle Polly, you can't.
Positivity.
All right, Finn's on his way up. I'll be back in a few minutes, okay?
I gotta wear a jack, the doc says. Keep the testes elevated. I tell you, T, first the eyes, then the teeth. Next you find out you can't take pissing for granted. Some joke, eh?
Phineas Fogg, back in town. He forgets all the little people. I'm gonna let you two lovebirds be.
I felt it here, T. I felt it right here.
Will you please shut up in there? Shut up! Shut up in there!
So I said to Ma.
Sopranos, still VTAC on the monitor. 30 pulse. Take the pressure. Get a board ready.
80 pal.
Grab the paddles. Clear the room. Cardio over to the 100.
Damn, man. Paul, you annoying him so much, he just like, that's it, I'm dying.
Excuse me. Is this the Affinity reunion?
Hello there.
I don't understand.
You're going home.
I am?
That's supposed to be who I think it was supposed to be?
I lost my real briefcase. My whole life is in it.
I think this is symbolizing that your whole life is over.
You need to let go.
Is he gonna go back to Meadows' voice?
Just come say hello.
Dad? Dad, look. Here you are.
Always hiding out.
Skip's gonna make it. He's got you.
Oh, thank God. We gotta get that cut to her now.
Easy. That's a f***ing guilty move.
We can't talk yet because of the tube that was in his throat. Maybe we should consider ourselves lucky there.
I'm dead, right?
Oh, a little something from us.
Yet, had he not pulled out of it, where would you guys be? Vito gunning for his job, that's for sure.
Sometimes I go about in pity for myself. Who put this up?
And I know they're trying to support him, but if I was in Tony's condition right now, I wouldn't want anyone near me.
I'm hoping you'll become an investor when you feel a little better and I can explain what we're doing. It's pretty exciting. All due respect, I think you owe me this. As I came to you about Adriana.
Oh, that's gotta feel good. No? The simple things.
Alright guys, so just got finished up with episode 3, and Tony is officially out of the coma now. I said it before, I knew he would end up being okay, but still they dragged it on for a little bit, and I guess with the severity of the injury, makes sense. But he's out now. He may still be in the hospital for another episode or two, because yeah, he did not look great there, and rightfully so. But at least he's breathing without the tubes now. And of course, we have Paulie being Paulie, and you know what, we were due. He hasn't really been involved too much in a lot of the more recent episodes, just kind of like background chatter. But yeah, he gets the tip from Vito, goes and knocks over the I think it's Colombians, he said, and they get about $1 million in cash. A very nice score. But then, of course, Polly being Polly, like, well, what'd you do? I took a hit in the nuts for that, and blah, 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 blah. And it's like, dude, yeah, like he said, without that tip, you would have even been there. Like, pay your dues. And then Syl, he makes the ruling that they each give up 100 to Carmela. Help, it's Tony's cut, and yeah, definitely go a long way. Now, I know they didn't just outright say it, but basically they were just trying to bide their time and hope that Tony would die so they wouldn't have to pay up. And Vito even more so because he's gunning for Tony's position. And Carmela saw that, like, the what is it? The disappointment in their faces when they walked off after paying her, because it's like, oh crap, well, he's awake now, I guess we gotta pay. And it's like, yeah, I mean, that's not chump change, but you guys did 10 minutes of work. Granted, Paulie did take a pretty bad shot between the legs there for it, but you're still making a shit ton of money. And yeah, like, what if one of you were in that position? Like, Paulie, your freaking mother, who I can't believe is still alive. It's like, if you were in that position, someone would be taking care of her as well. Pretty sure they had someone taking care of her while he was in prison. So it's like, I don't know, selfishness. And AJ, right off the bat, he's like getting caught trying to go and source himself a pistol to go and take care of Uncle June. And yeah, look, I get it. He's still mad, but also definitely not thinking clearly, because it's like, well, he's in federal lockup. What, like, what are you gonna do? And regardless, aside from the fact, it's just a terrible idea altogether. But he's not thinking clearly. Now, Carmela going off on him. Initially I'm just thinking it was because he just said F you to the reporters. So it's like how could you be mad at him for that? Like, I'd expect anyone in the family to say that to them when they're on your property trying to pester you for a story. But yeah, apparently, he said some other things that shouldn't have been said to him, and yeah, I get the frustration from her in that aspect, but I don't know. Still kind of a little bit of an overreaction, in my opinion. I'm glad she or Carmela went to go speak with Melfi. Definitely needed it, and with everything going on and what has been going on in her life. Yeah, definitely good to talk to someone. And we had a couple of old faces pop up again. Um, Finn, yes, we've seen him before with a quick like phone call scene, whatever, but he's back in town, and he came face to face with Vito, who got a little touchy with him there. uh, yeah, they haven't seen each other since the construction site when he had invited him to the Yankee game, and then Finn just bailed. So, I mean, all things considered, that meeting went pretty well. And we also had that guy that I don't know if he was a sponsor to Christopher or just someone from rehab he spoke to and got along well with. But he's back. He's out of rehab again for the second time and writing again. And yep, well, he still owes Christopher money. And yeah, he wants to get back into the writing gig now. Would have been nice if he would have thought about doing that with Adriana. But yeah, he's looking to get into that again. And maybe I would watch that movie if it got made. Probably not. Still very rough around the edges, but if they fine tuned it a little bit, maybe they could actually make that story arc interesting. A mob version of Michael Myers that just goes and wreaks havoc. All right. But yeah, overall, definitely was a good one. I'm glad they didn't draw out the coma thing too much. We had the the scene with Buscemi Tony, who I don't think he was playing like his cousin there, but I guess that house was representing death. All the family members that have died, maybe it was him. He's trying to get him to go inside and join the family. Pretty sure Liv was at the door there. But yeah, ultimately he came back to Meadows' voice. Not how I thought that was going to happen. They were, I don't know, focusing so much on the affinity thing, and, you know, I got his briefcase and his ID. I thought that eventually he would, you know, assume his identity back by getting it back from this Finnerty guy, and that would snap him out of it. But, oh, whatever. I overthought it, and like many times in this show and other things in life, I was wrong. But overall, still enjoyed it. Now he's out of it. Again, I'm sure there's going to be some healing time moving forward, but I'm excited to see what the rest of the season's going to bring now. But for today's video, guys, that's going to do it. If you guys enjoyed it, as always, I'd appreciate it if you could leave it a like. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel as well. Thank you guys for watching, and until the next one, I'll see you guys soon.